I woke up this morning with a bad headache from concussions, and my penis was missing again. This happens all of the time. It's detachable. Detachable penis. This comes in handy a lot of the time. I can leave it at home. Detachable penis. When I think it's going to get me in trouble. Or I can rent it out when I don't need it. But only to deserving individuals. Not to parody cosplay wrestlers or promoters who desperately need it and don't deserve to use it. Detachable penis. But now and then I run a tongue cancer charity pro wrestling show in my hometown of Cowra and get hurt. And the next morning I can't for the life of me. Detachable penis. Remember what I did with it. Detachable penis. First I looked around my property and I couldn't find it. So I called up the place where my wrestling show was held, which is either the Cowra Civic Centre or the Uniting Church Hall Cowra, depending on the year. Detachable penis. They hadn't seen it either. I asked them to check the backstage area. Detachable penis. Because for some reason, I leave it there sometimes. But not this time. Detachable penis. So I told them if it pops up to let me know. I called a few people who were at my pro wrestling show. Detachable penis. But they were no help either. I was starting to get desperate. Detachable penis. I really don't like being without my penis for too long. It makes me feel like less of a man. And detachable penis. I really hate having to sit down every time I take a leak. Detachable penis. After a few hours of searching the house, detachable penis, and calling everyone I could think of, I was starting to get very depressed. Detachable penis. So I went to the Club Cowra and ate the breakfast buffet. Detachable penis. Then as I walked down Redfern Street towards the Cowra Community Op Shop, where detachable penis. All those people sell used books and other stuff in their shop. I saw my penis lying on a shelf. Detachable penis. Next to a bunch of DVDs. Some Cowra Community Enterprise volunteer was selling it. Detachable penis. I had to buy it off them. They wanted $22. Detachable penis. But I talked them down to 17. I took it home, washed it off. Detachable penis. And put it back on. Detachable penis. I was happy, again, complete. People sometimes tell me, detachable penis. I should get it permanently attached. But I don't know. Detachable penis. Even though it's sometimes a pain in the ass. I like having a detachable penis. Detachable penis. Detachable penis. Detachable penis. Detachable penis. Detachable penis. And you too will feel very incomplete if you miss out on tickets to Cowra's Fight for Emma, Cowra's pro wrestling show that fights oral cancer 2794 Emma with you guys as our tag team partners. It is brought to you by ICW Central West Club Cowra and of course Emma's Tongue Cancer Charity with the help of Cowra Community Enterprise and other great organisations and businesses around the town of Cowra. The next event, and this is an event that happens fairly often in Cowra, at least every year or so. Cost of living pressures have meant a bit of a postponement this year, but the next one you will see will be Cowra Civic Centre, Saturday, November 13th, 2027. Buy your tickets now from the Cowra Civic Centre box office or website. And I hope you liked this little parody of the 90s radio hit, Detachable Penis. I believe the band was King Missile. And for those of you who didn't grow up in the 90s, you don't know that this was like actual mainstream music on the radio and everything. There was no podcast, no Spotify. There was CDs and cassettes and still the odd record. But this was actual radio with top 10 chart, whatever, top 40s chart music. And it was completely normal because back in the 90s we didn't take ourselves too seriously. And neither did pop music and stuff. Not everyone was so precious about thinking they're the biggest, greatest thing ever like nowadays. Well, not everyone's like that, but some are. And I mentioned some of them in the song. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this parody of Detachable Penis by King Missile. And I hope you buy your tickets to Cowra's annual, or at this time, biannual pro wrestling show to help us fight tongue cancer. And buy these things here. These early detection scopes for local doctors and dentists and speech therapists to help pick up oral cancer while there's still time so people can get the treatment that they need. And we have know just of the people we know. We know 3 lives have been saved purely from the money raised from the annual pro wrestling show we do here in Cowra, formerly known as the Emma Butler Memorial Show, now Cowra's Fight for Emma, and before it was for tongue cancer, it was Western Warfare. So please buy your tickets now. We hope you enjoyed the song. Spread the word about this channel, the High Octanes Obsessions channel. I hope you enjoyed the madness and the variety of topics you will see on this channel. Like, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. Spread the word. Get this thing rolling even more than it is. We have the Birdman with the Birdman Espresso, and here we are with the ICW Central West High Octanes Obsessions Express. And we may be off the tracks emotionally, mentally and physically, but we'll be never completely and utterly off the tracks. We will keep this express going straight ahead, straight down the throat of the naysayers, straight down the throat of the haters, straight down the throat of the cosplayers and the parody wrestlers and the parody promoters. Because this is ICW Central West, this is Cowra, and we will give you Cowra's Fight for Emma forever.